All events are actually neutral in the grand scheme of the universe itself. To us, we have labeled every event as a type of category in the sense of either being bad or good, being positive or negative, and we put them into boxes that if an event happens, then it means that it's connected to that type of experience we expect it to be. But in the actual cycle of the universe, that is all subjected to individual experience and the way people relate things, which means that just because a person sees a certain experience as bad, it doesn't mean that it's generalized and everybody sees it and experiences it that way. All events are subject to a relativity in which the experiencer of that event has to put a label to what it personally means to them to have gone through that experience. In this sense, there is nothing actually predetermined in the universe as being either bad or good. Torture can be a joy and torture can be a nightmare. It all depends on the subjective experience of who is experiencing it, that situation. Humans like to think about things in their own perspective, so that we label things in terms of the generalized social standards and accepted values. We push them all onto everything as if the universe itself and everybody else sees it the same way. The truth is that the universe does not see things in the claustrophobic and close-minded, small-minded even, a perspective that humans have. In a way, it is very selfish and self-centered to think that just because we have labeled some things, that means that the grand universe also has labeled everything in that specific way. It's just something that we label and do in order to comfort us, because the truth is that the vastness and the indifference of the universe scares us, because it is more acceptable and digestible to think that there is a morality to everything and that there is just one reality about an experience. I like to think that there is one way and that's all to it, because if we open up our mind to the actual reality that everything is subjective to a relativity, then it gets scary. The possibility is endless and we cannot be truly in control of what happens or how we feel about a thing if we leave the possibility open. The key to everything is to be detached, or try to be detached from all events, so that you can control the way you feel about an event. In that way you can actually have the upper hand about how you will feel about an unfortunate event that will happen to you, because otherwise you'll be subjected to more pain than necessary. But if you take it in the relative sense that everything is and nothing is actually labeled by the universe as good or bad, then you can disconnect from what you have been taught to believe about that event and instead take it in a neutral way, and by that standard you can take it and do whatever you want with it. So if you try to put more focus on your mind and how your mind perceives it and detach from your emotions, then you can make out of that event something great, or at least something neutral, so that you don't suffer unnecessarily more than you probably should, because our mind is the key to all, and if we can have the mastery over our mind, we have won over basically anything. It's all in our mind, and how we can relate to things that happen to us and the things around us, all tied to our mind, how we make our mind to be, because otherwise everything is neutral, everything that happens is neutral. The only thing that puts a label to how we see things and the reality behind something is our own mind. Your mind dictates how an event is and how you see it. In order to actually make something out of something, you need to change your mind in order to experience it differently, or at least see it in a different light. That's some food for thought.